Hello, my name is Alana Taylor. I am a nursing student with Bluefield State University, and I am in the process of obtaining my BSN degree. Today I'm going to be talking to you about exercise, what it is, and why it is important to you. So, what is exercise? Exercise refers to any planned, structured, and repetitive physical activity that is done with the goal of improving your health, fitness, or functional capacity. It involves moving beyond your baseline daily activity to engage your muscles, elevate your heart rate, and challenge your body. So, why is exercise important? Exercise and engaging in regular exercise can help to improve your overall health, lower the risk of cardiovascular disease, stroke, type 2 diabetes, and some cancers and hypertension. In adults, exercise helps to maintain muscle strength, bone density, mobility, balance, and independence. It also supports mental health and reduces the risk of depression, helps improve your sleep, and helps preserve your cognitive function. Even light activity each day, rather than being sedentary, can have some benefits. Some activity is always better than none. So your official recommendations for exercise is to get 150 minutes per week of moderate intensity aerobic activity. And then you also need at least 2 days a week of some type of muscle strengthening activity. And then it's also encouraged to do activities that help to improve your balance, and this can help to reduce the chance or the risk of falling. So let's talk about exercises and examples of them according to their intensity. So there are light intensity activities. The definition of this is movement that is greater than resting, but there's a minimal increase in your heart rate. So it's easy for you to be able to talk while you're doing it. So some examples for this could be slow walking, indoors or outdoors, household chores such as dusting or folding laundry, and then gentle stretching or chair-based movements. Moving calmly around the house, such as getting up from the couch to go get yourself a cup of water, that's also considered to be light intensity. So then we have moderate intensity. The definition of this is it raises your heart rate and causes you to breathe faster, but you can talk while you're doing it. However, you wouldn't be able to sing. So some examples of this would be a brisk walk. This can be done outside on flat ground or inside. While doing these brisk walks, another thing you can do is practice the heel to toe walk, and that can be done to help improve your balance. So I'm going to show a picture of what that would look like. You would take one foot in front of the other as these arrows are showing and walk as if you're walking in a straight line. You can do that slowly if you don't feel as steady, and if you feel steady, you can kind of speed that up just a little bit. Both of those can help with your balance and strengthen those muscles that help you balance. Some more moderate intensity activities would be dancing or biking on flat surfaces. So then we have vigorous intensity activities. The definition of this is it causes a substantial increase in your heart rate. You're going to be breathing hard, and you're only going to be able to speak a few words when you're doing this. Some examples for this, if your health permits and your doctor approves, would be to jog or run if you're capable, fast bicycling or going uphill as you're biking, and then stair climbing or climbing hills. Of course, you would want to be very safe when doing these. Also, many of these moderate intensity activities can be made more vigorous if you just increase your intensity level. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jillian Hager. I am a registered nurse going through Bluefield State's bachelor program. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this video today. I want to talk to you about something that is incredibly important, not just for how well we age, but for how well we live, and that is exercise. Now, before you start thinking about gym memberships and marathons, let me stop you right there. I mean movement, the intentional, gentle, and consistent movement. That could include walking or something like chair yoga. It's not about how fast you go, it is about staying engaged with your body, your health, and your independence. So today, I'd like to talk about the benefits of exercise, especially as we get older. I'll also talk about the risk of physical inactivity, not to scare you, but to empower you with knowledge we'll explore four key areas: the physical benefits of regular movement, the mental benefits and how exercise helps your brain, the risk of living an inactive lifestyle, and the physiological impacts of not moving enough. Let's begin with the most obvious, the physical benefits of exercise. As we age, it is natural to experience some loss of muscle and bone strength. But here's the good news. We can slow that process down significantly, and in some cases even reverse it just by staying active. First, exercise improves your balance. That means fewer falls, fewer fractures, and a much greater chance of staying on your feet and out of the hospital. Falls are one of the leading causes of injuries in older adults, and most are preventable. Second, exercise strengthens muscles and supports bone health. Weight-bearing activities, even something as light as walking, helps keep bones dense and muscles strong. That means you can carry groceries, climb stairs, or play with grandkids more easily. Third, physical activity helps manage weight. This reduces pressure on your joints and makes movement much more comfortable. It also supports healthier blood sugar levels, which is critical for anyone managing diabetes. And then there's your heart. Exercise improves circulation, lowers blood pressure, and strengthens your cardiovascular system, reducing your risk of heart disease, stroke, and even certain types of cancer. So in short, movement is not just about fitness, it's about staying upright, pain-free, and independent. Next, let's talk about the brain, because this is where exercise becomes truly powerful. Did you know that regular physical activity can actually improve brain function? It's true. When you move, your body pumps more oxygen-rich blood to the brain. This helps with memory, focus, and problem solving, and it even helps support the growth of new brain cells. But even more importantly, exercise can help reduce the risk of dementia, including Alzheimer's disease. But it's not just about long-term brain health. Exercise also gives you an immediate mental boost. It releases chemicals like endorphins and serotonin, which naturally improve mood and help reduce symptoms of anxiety and depression. Also, when you exercise, especially in a group setting like a class or just walking around your neighborhood saying hi, you're more socially engaged. And that social interaction is vital for emotional well-being and mental sharpness. So if you want to support your memory, lift your mood, and stay mentally clear, moving your body is one of the best tools you have. Now, let's be honest about what happens when you don't move enough. Unfortunately, physical activity is a silent threat. It creeps in gradually, but its effects are serious. When we become inactive, we lose muscle mass and bone strength more rapidly. This increases the risk for falls, injuries, and fractures. Inactivity also leads to stiff joints, poor circulation, and weakened immune function. But perhaps most concerning, inactivity worsens health conditions. It increases the risk of type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease, obesity, and even certain cancers. But here's the empowering part. It is preventable. Just by staying active a few times a week, even for short periods, you can reduce or reverse many of these risks. Finally, let's touch on the emotional and psychological side of things. When we stop moving, it's just not our body that slows down, our spirits do too. We may begin to feel fatigued, even with small tasks, lonely or isolated from others, low in mood or even depressed, and sometimes we lose confidence in our ability to take care of ourselves. That lack of confidence often leads to a cycle of inactivity. You feel weak, so you don't move, but because you don't move, you feel weak. It becomes a loop that's hard to break. But movement, again, even light activity, can interrupt that cycle. It gives you back a sense of control, confidence, and dignity. And it reminds your body and your brain that you're still capable, still strong, and still in charge of your health. The message that I want to leave you with is simple. It's never too late to start. You don't have to do it all at once, and every bit of movement counts. Start with 10 minutes a day, take a walk, put on music, or dance. Whatever brings you joy and keeps you safe, do that. Because staying active isn't about becoming something you're not. It's about preserving who you are and giving yourself the best chance to live independently, joyfully, and healthier for as long as possible. You deserve that. Thank you for your time.
Hello, my name is Kara Hale, and I'm a registered nurse in the Bluefield State University's Bachelor of Science degree program. And today I'm going to be going over how can you get active within your community. Older adults often face several common barriers that make it challenging to engage in physical activity and regular exercise. These barriers can be physical, psychological, social, or environmental. Some of the most common barriers and ways to incorporate exercise into your day relating to those barriers is what we're going to be going over today. So the first one I have is health concerns and chronic conditions such as arthritis, heart disease, osteoporosis, or chronic pain. That can make exercising excruciating, uncomfortable, and hard to accomplish due to limited mobility. So choosing low impact activities such as walking, swimming, or chair exercises can help to assist in staying active. Performing range of motion and stretching routines can assist in improving flexibility and reduce stiffness. Also, consulting your physician or a physical therapist to assist in creating a personalized exercise plan that's specific to your healthcare needs is also a great choice. The next one, lack of motivation or confidence. That can lead to some older adults to doubt their ability to exercise, especially if it's been a while since they last tried. By starting small, like 5-10 minutes a day, just of movement and trying to dedicate more time as you strengthen and gain confidence, that will help with motivation. Setting realistic goals that are achievable and rewarding yourself once you accomplish them goals, or keeping an activity log or journal to track your process. Those are all ways to help with confidence and motivation. Fear of falling. So fear of falling can cause those who are wishing to exercise to hesitate instead, because they feel either they're going to fall or they're embarrassed to fall in front of other people. So instead, they don't partake in physical activities that require movement or equipment. Practicing balance. Balance exercises like standing on one foot while holding onto a chair, joining a yoga or a Tai Chi class for seniors. Those can all aid in balance and coordination. Wearing proper footwear and ensuring you exercise in a well-lit and clutter-free area that can ensure your safety as well. Limited access to facilities or programs due to transportation difficulties, lack of nearby exercise facilities, or cost barriers can limit opportunities for regular exercise. So online exercise videos can be found all over the web, along with fitness routines that can be found locally televised. Most communities offer free or low-cost programs at senior centers or exercise facilities. And you can incorporate activity at your home by marching in place while watching the TV, walking around while you're on the phone. Those are all ways to stay active. Social isolation or lack of support can be tough. Exercising alone can be embarrassing or intimidating. Without encouragement or an exercise partner, older adults are less likely to stay active. Join a community walking group or senior fitness class to build a social connection. Invite friends, family, and caregivers to exercise with you regularly, or use online groups. They have workouts, they have apps that can connect older adults to shared activities. Environmental barriers such as poor weather, unsafe neighborhoods, and even uneven sidewalks, those can all discourage outdoor activity, especially in those who enjoy outdoor walking. Exercise indoors using simple equipment such as resistance bands, light weights, or water bottles. Go to the mall and walk, or to community center gyms. They provide safe, climate-controlled spaces And if the weather's nice outside, walk laps in a safe area. Next is lack of knowledge or guidance. Our major barriers is some older adults are unsure where to begin, what types of exercises are safe, and if they'll be beneficial for them. This leads to inactivity due to uncertainty. So, attending senior fitness workshops or asking your healthcare provider for guidance, following beginner-friendly exercise DVDs or online tutorials can all assist in gaining knowledge to exercise. And learning simple daily activities like stretches before bed or gentle morning walks, they can all assist in staying consistent. So before beginning any new exercise activity, you should always consult your physician. Make sure that you're not taking medications that may affect your heart rate, blood pressure, or balance, or that some of your exercises that you're planning might cause more damage than good. Warming up and cooling down before and after exercises. So you want to begin with 5 to 10 minutes of gentle movement or stretching to prevent injury and ease muscles into activity. You want to start slow and progress gradually. You don't want to overexert yourself. Using proper footwear and supportive clothing. Ensure your footwear is well fitted and has good grip. Your shoelaces are tied, and it's got good cushioning for support. Staying hydrated, making sure you drink water before, during, and after your exercise. We don't want to get dehydrated. Maintaining good posture and form to ensure safety and prevent unnecessary trauma to muscles. Paying attention to warning signs. So if you start feeling dizzy, short of breath, experience chest pains, or have joint pain beyond mild soreness, you want to stop that exercise and speak to your physician. Choosing safe environments, avoiding uneven surfaces and poorly lit areas. So maybe walk the track instead of the sidewalk in your neighborhood. Those just create a fall hazard if there's any uneven pavement or sidewalks. Using supportive aids if needed, such as canes, walkers, or railings. You can still exercise even if you have assistive devices. Exercise with a buddy or in supervised settings. Keep emergency contacts updated and on hand just in case of an emergency. Dress appropriately for the weather. So layers if it's cold, or lightweight breathable fabrics if it's hot. Avoid exercising in extreme conditions such as during high heat, humidity, and icy weather. Those are all ways to prevent falls and ensure safety while you're exercising.
I have compiled a list of places to go in our area to exercise. I have Bluefield, West Virginia, Virginia, and Princeton located on there. I've got addresses, phone numbers, and websites. I also have transportation services available in the area. Some are free, some are low cost, like $3 each way. Their phone numbers and how to get a rider listed on the paper. I also have 2 online websites, YouTube and AARP, that you can stay at home and get your exercise in, all from their website. So I want to thank you all for listening to us today. Alana and Jillian and myself are very thankful that we were able to bring you this information, and hope that you really enjoy it and take part in some of the activities that we've listed today to better your health and just get moving. Thank you and have a wonderful day.